you're sitting, we're all sitting. Make sure your feet are flat on the ground. Feel your feet. Wiggle your toes in your shoes. Big breath in down here. Exhale out. So this diaphragm muscle right here, it's like an accordion. You know that instrument that you get? Oh my goodness. Instant result right there. The yawning, that's a result of the work I did with the voice. That was beautiful. That's beautiful. That's a sign that your body just responded immediately to what we're doing there. Gorgeous. Big breath in. Exhale out. So when we breathe, you want to be careful that you're not breathing up here like this. Right? Creating tension in your shoulders. Keep this relaxed. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Keep breathing in. Exhaling out. So this muscle down here, this diaphragm, as you breathe in past your lungs into your diaphragm muscle, we're taking the breath all the way down the belly and then exhale out. 2 more breaths just like that. Big breath in. Exhale out. And 1 more nice big breath in. And exhale out. And then shake on back. Good. So question. From when you all just walked in the door to how you're feeling now. I know that at least one person when they walked in, like, oh my God, I'm gonna go to a singing workshop, right? This tension. It's like, no, anybody a little bit afraid when you came in? A little bit? Like, no, you guys, you're still teenagers. You're getting.
But I feel more relaxed now anyway.
I feel more relaxed.
Yeah.
We do what we're supposed to do, but we don't do it.
Right. But just that simple. How many breaths did we just take there?
6.
Maybe 10,
Yeah.
right? But in those 10 breaths, you felt a physical change in your body, right? Isn't it beautiful? So unfortunately, I don't have a whole lot of time, but I'm going to take as much time as I possibly can with all of you. This particular presentation is on the health benefits of singing. And what happens is, most of the time when people come to me for singing, they're not breathing correctly. And if I were to put a percentage on it, I would say at least 95% of the people that come to me for voice lessons, singing, speaking, presenting, confidence, whatever it is, aren't breathing correctly. Because most of the planet is disconnected from the diaphragm, right? You're a chiropractor, you probably see this a lot, right? People are hyperventilating the ears, and the shoulders and all that.
And
So
I do that all the time.
right? Body scans, right? So starting right now, starting today, this is the first of like 500 tips that I could give you around how singing contributes or breathing to your health, right? So the first tip is start to just be mindful as you go throughout your day where your shoulders are, right? I used to be like that. I'd get a stoplight like this, like, why is my back hurting so bad? Like, oh my God, right? So start scanning your body. And when you find that simple hand, heart, belly, hand to heart, hand to belly, breath. And the idea is to inflate this muscle all the way down here and then releasing that. Good. So the other thing that happened for you, that you might have, one of the reasons that you're feeling a little more relaxed when you came in, is we slowed down your heart rate. We slowed down your pulse rate. We slowed down your respiratory rate, right? Just by slowing all of those systems down in our body, gets us centered, gets us back in our body again. That contributes to so many other things. And just a side note, I left it out on the table because I wasn't expecting all of you. I'm so happy you're here. There's a great little device. It's called Inner Balance Heart Math. And anyone interested in that, you can come back to my table. This is a device that plugs in. It's an app you can get on your phone for free. The device you hook up to your ear. And it's hooked up to your phone. This device, it's a breathing, it's about heart math. Has anybody heard of heart math yet?
Yeah.
It's getting really, really big right now. Therapists, psychologists, they're using it with kids, with adults. People are being trained in this system. I use it with women in recovery, where I'm teaching them about breathing and meditating. And the thing about this device is the whole focus is to get to what they call coherent breathing. Coherent breathing is the act of breathing through the heart and the lungs, where the whole focus is breathing in love, exhaling out love. It's all, I have used it, this device, it's so wild because it measures your pulse rate. So it's just like in the hospital. If you were in a doctor's office and you were hooked up to all of the devices, it measures your pulse rate, your heart rate, and it measures whether or not you're in the graph of coherence. I have tried multitasking while I'm doing this thing. I've got it hooked up. I've tried praying while I'm doing my breathing. It's a different part of the brain. It reads the activity in your brain. I have tried journaling while I'm doing my breathing. It won't let me. You can't lie to this device. It's the weirdest thing. It takes you out of coherence. So the goal with the breathing is this very thing that we just did right here. It's to stay in a certain graph area, in a high green area of coherence. So I'm going to bring this back to your body and more health benefits. So you have one voice with 3 what I teach vocal vicinities. Anybody ever been in a choir before? Ever sang in a choir? Kids?
Yes,
What?
and I was kicked off.
Oh, I want to talk to that teacher.
Oh,
I want to talk to that teacher.
Like,
No, because they thought they knew, but they didn't. They thought they knew, but they didn't.
They asked me to be on it.
Well, just so y'all know, lots of side notes, because I can't help myself, because it's just what I do. There's no such thing as tone deaf. Okay? I'm going to say that again. There's no such thing as tone deaf. It does not exist. We are all born, I think that we're born to sing, right? You want to see healthy breathing? Look at a new baby. Look at how babies breathe, right? That big tummy breath, and then they relax. Being able to hear a note, find it, land on it, stay on it, pitch, be on key, it's just training. It's ear training. It's muscles, training these muscles, training these muscles. Just like being here in the Y, they're in there, lifting weights in the weight room, right? They're just another set of muscles. I did have one client in my life, well, I had 2 clients. George Pendergast from the band Dishwalla. There were parts of his hearing, he's a drummer, professional drummer who traveled and toured, did not use the correct ear protection. And he has lost, there's certain frequencies in his hearing he cannot hear. George, if you see this, I'm sorry, I'm blowing your anonymity. There are frequencies he can't hear because it's just gone, right? I did have another gentleman years ago, Richard. He wore hearing aids, so he needed hearing devices to hear. Some days one would work, another wouldn't. There was one day where his batteries ran out and he couldn't hear. So I taught him by feeling in the body. Where's the vibration happening in the body, right? There's stories, I think it was Beethoven used to put his hand or his ear on the piano. Did it stop? Oh my God.
You might make it. I wouldn't touch it, though. Just keep playing.
It's just my luck. Me and technology, even at that level. So, it's vibration is what I'm getting at. Everything in your body. And the tuning forks I left at my table as well. I have you have tuning forks at your table? Mm-hmm. So the tuning forks, the chiropractors, these tuning forks, they get a buzz going. It's vibration in every sense. You can see it, you can feel it. Our body is the same thing. There's vibration running through our body. So coming back to one voice, 3 vicinities. You've got your low voice, you've got your chest voice, you've got your head voice. So very quickly, I'd like for you to do, everyone put your hands back on your belly. And I want you to take a nice big breath. And I want you to drop down to the lowest part of your body. And before we go there, let me tell you why we're going to do this exercise. So I'm kind of shooting ahead a little bit, because there's way too much information that I want to give you right now. One voice, 3 vicinities. You've got your low voice, your chest voice, your high voice. And I'm going to give you all we're going to do is breathe in your belly, and we're going to exhale sound, right? We're going to breathe into your belly, and as you exhale, you're going to exhale sound. Just through closed mouth, it's just vibration is going to go through your body. And for example, on health issues, so we have 7 energy centers in our body, right? Vibration, frequencies. We have our root, which is way down in all that private business, right? That's your root area, your root chakra, they call it. You have your reproductive area in here, right? This is your number 2. Your 3 is where we're going to take that breath. This is your solar plexus muscle. Look, I love immediate, this, oh my gosh, everybody says, okay, yes, I can sing. Take a breath in with me. Down here, exhale out. Good, do that again with your breath in. Exhale out. Gorgeous. You have your 4, heart, lung area. So if you're having issues, I grew up with asthma. I was heavily medicated from an early child. I'd get a cold that would turn into pneumonia or bronchitis would then turn into pneumonia. I was in the hospital the first 12 years of my life with upper respiratory issues. Who knew that this is where I was holding grief, loss, a horrific childhood that I'm standing here today and it's like so not, I mean, it's why I'm who I am today, and it's why I do this work now, because of a crazy childhood, right? So this is where we hold it. I don't have asthma anymore. I don't have upper respiratory issues anymore because of this work that I've done with the singing, right? Throat. Some of you said that you've got throat or some neck issues, right? This is the place, this is where we communicate from. This is the voice box right here. This is where we speak up, we ask for what we need, we ask for help, we set boundaries. No, this isn't going to work for me. No, that's not okay, right? Lot of people block up here, like just the story of Alexandra. You know, that was a special situation. You know, there was some surgery that came to me like this. She would not talk. This was gone, right? And identity issues there with her, right? And then you've got this area here, 3rd eye, and then your crown. So the reason I'm having you tap into these, we're going to take another breath. So physical issues associated with these 7 parts of your body, and then I'm going to give you what you can do about it. And singing is involved in all of these areas and why it works. I'm not going to give you all of them because there's just too many, but physical problems, and you know, whether you identify with any of these or you know somebody who might identify with these, love it. Look at, you're so responsive. You're just like, yeah, we've been trying to do this a long time too. We never have done it. We're doing it now. I love it. Okay, if you are suffering with any adrenal issues, your adrenaline gland, no adrenals, gone, boom. I think they can you, if you lose your adrenals, can you replenish them?
Yeah, they come out.
Yeah, no, if you've like just shot.
Exhausted them.
Yeah, you can replenish them because I don't have adrenal issues anymore like I used to. Yeah. Spinal problems, any immune disorders or bone disorders, right? That would be related to your root area. So what we're going to do right now, we're going to reconnect that. You're going to take a nice big breath. This is actually going to affect your 1, your 2, and your 3. So we're going to take a nice big breath in your belly. Feel your feet on the ground. And then as you exhale, you're going to hum in the lowest point of your body. And it's okay if we're not all humming in the same note. It's the lowest part of the body. Sounds something like this. Very nice. Feet flat. Take another breath with me. Sit up nice and tall. Nice straight line from your sacral all the way through your back, your neck, the top of your head. Nice big breath in. And as you exhale, vibrate that sound in the lowest part of your body. And one more right there with me. Big breath in. Exhale out. Beautiful. So all we're doing right there, how's everybody feel? It's kind of weird, huh? A little weird. And this is attached to all these other things. If I had my keyboard in here, if we were to lay you down on the keyboard, 1 voice, 3 vicinities, all these different octaves, 7 notes within 1 octave on a piano, attach those numbers, right? And then each part of the body corresponds with a specific note on the piano. C, D, E, solar plexus, F, G, A, B. And then it starts all over again. It's fascinating. This stuff is fascinating. So this would be D, the key of D, reproductive area. E is your solar plexus. Yeah, so for example, if I have somebody that comes in, I have this a lot, someone comes in and is dealing with upper respiratory issues, right? Maybe maybe they're suffering from loss, maybe they had something happen or someone's passed away in the family that, that they care about. I'm gonna have them breathing, singing, doing songs in the key of F, because that, the heart, the lung area, grief, where we hold grief, loss, to open this, if they've collapsed on themselves, I'm gonna have them singing songs in the key of F, to get things vibrating, right? You felt that vibration, right? Get this vibrating, loosen all that up, so we can open that up, and we can get some good stuff in there to replace anything that they're suffering from. Yeah.
So I started playing early, right? So I was singing the other day, holding one of the songs, and it would vibrate, right? It vibrates just like when I play an open D. And
Yes.
so I'm wondering if I would. You said D comes from here. Would my D string should vibrate?
What was it that you were playing?
Violin.
Oh.
So if I were holding it and humming and
Against your body, if you're having a specific issue, just like you use the tuning forks too, right? When you ring those, if someone's having an issue, you can hold that right up to any area of pain in their body, and that should loosen that up, that vibration, right? Strings are a little bit different because, like a guitar, you've got 6 strings. The neck of a guitar, one string on the neck of the guitar is like one piano. So when you're playing the guitar, for example, it's like playing 6 pianos.
Oh.
So that's why the keyboard is a nice, simple instrument. You got they're called bell tones. One note, one key, one note, one sound. Where when you're playing chords, you're dealing with a whole, your fifths and sixths and all these other sounds. 4 strings on violin, so that, similar idea. It's not just a simple.
chords.
Yeah, but this is wonderful question. I'm glad that you're thinking about it. It's like, oh, violin. Yes, your violin has healing properties that you can connect that with your body and play with that, explore that. Absolutely. So, oh my gosh, I've got to stop. Okay, I want to go back to that sound that we just did. That was for your root. That's for your second area, your solar plexus. We talked a little bit. Solar plexus area, anybody dealing with pancreas, diabetes, digestive difficulties, liver problems, gallstones, the spleen, that's this area here. People dealing with that, I'm going to have them working in the key of E, right? C, D, E, key of E, right? Let's jump up into the heart, throat area. So I'm going to have you jump up here, your chest voice. We're going to take another belly breath. Always going to start from here. Big breath in. New note, going to be up in the chest. We're going to open this up here. This is a part of the method that I teach. I call open forward placement. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed. Our sound is, listen, from the chest. Take a breath and try it. Beautiful. Everyone, feet flat on the ground. Sit up nice and tall in your chairs. We should be standing, but I'm not going to make you stand. Nice big breath. Left hand on, well, let's go back to right hand on your belly. Left hand on your heart again. And this time we're going to really drop your jaw. That's what I call open forward. I call it placement or projection. Look at the shape of my vowel. Sounds like this. One more time. Listen. Come with me. Nice big breath. Good. Again, nice big breath with me. One more time. Just like that. You sound great. There are 2 individuals in here who, when they came in, did not believe that they could do this, and I was like, oh, I'm telling you that you can. and that you are. You can and you are. So, I've already mentioned a little bit about heart, throat, third eye would be like anybody dealing with chronic headaches, migraines, that sort of thing. I'm gonna give you one more little exercise, and then as much as I do not want to stop because I could just keep you here all night long, all of you. You're all doing amazing. This is the last one I have you do. So we're gonna continue to breathe from here. Let's keep right hand on the belly. I'm gonna have you put your left hand on your throat this time. Feel your feet on the plank in your shoes. You're gonna take a nice big breath. This time what we're gonna do is a closed mouth. You're gonna take the breath in, but you're gonna keep your mouth closed, and you're going to hum up in your falsetto. So the very first exercise we did, we took a belly breath and we hummed closed mouth in your low voice, right? We just now did chest voice, open forward placement. Now we're gonna go back to closed mouth, but we're gonna jump up here in the head voice. Listen once, sounds like this. And you're gonna feel air leaving your nostrils, and you might feel vibration in your jaw and your lips and the top of your head. Try that with me. Hand on your throat, nice big breath in. And you gotta stay a little bit relaxed in order to have that transition. Try that with me, big breath. Beautiful. One more just like that, my friends. Big breath in. Beautiful. We ran out of air fast up there. You all did so amazing. I want you all to stand up with me for a second. We're going to do what I call a full range vocal swoop. This is engaging your low voice, to your head voice, and everything in between. First thing I want you to do, everybody reach for the side. And then, can we pull these chairs forward a little bit? Because, pull your chairs forward. There's you two. Then we're going to do, there you go. Good. You're going to reach for the stars, and then you're going to reach for the floor. And then you're going to reach for the stars. And you're going to land your hand on your waist. And you're going to reach for the stars. And you're going to reach for the floor. And you're going to reach for the stars. And you're going to land on your waist. And now we're going to add sound. Your vocal sounds called a full range vocal swoop. Looks like this. Watch my body. Don't think about it. It makes no sense to your brain. Your brain's going to go, what? That makes no sense. But listen. This is how we're going to do it. Starts with my belly breath. Listen once. Low notes on the ceiling. High notes on the floor. Watch. Ow. Woo. Ow. Land. Come with me, breath. And it's okay to laugh. It's super weird. Come